Phishing is important for us to pay attention to for a number of different reasons. Obviously, there's a number of risks that flow out of it. For example, it is the main vector for ransomware into K-12 environments. There have been many published stories, across the United States, where K-12 schools have been victimized by ransomware, and phishing is usually the vector associated with that. Ed tech leaders say it is the most significant threat that they face, and as an industry, this is interesting. Education sector clicks on more links than any other industry. So it's something that, it's probably a function of who's in our user base and how big our user base is, and what a challenge the training can be. But it's a particularly thorny problem in education. You'll see the phony newspapers, but the actual news clips, of some places where this has gone horribly wrong, right? Access of student records, that is unknown for quite some period of time. Students, causing havoc, phishing their teachers for passwords, changing grades. You probably all have your own little story in mind about where this has created a negative impact. Hopefully, it's a story about one of your friends and not one of you. But even if it is, this is a topic that we can really make a dent in. So I want to flip and talk about some of the policy and the technology considerations of this. From a policy standpoint, one of the things that we see consistently as beneficial is the training that can go into this, training your staff on the technology, setting up processes for reporting suspicious emails. I live in Northern Virginia. I know all of you are primarily in Michigan, but in Virginia, I used to spend time with Dave Jordan, who is the was the CISO in Arlington County, and was listening to him describe how he built technologies in so that any of the employees that were receiving internal emails immediately had a box on any email that they got, that if it looked suspicious at all, they could click that box and it would shoot over to them. Many of you probably have similar technologies in place. It's an important policy thing to make available to people. And then also fish testing. At Palo Alto Networks, I receive these test emails. I've got a pretty good track record on these, but we get them on a monthly basis, it seems, just to keep our skills sharp, to keep us conscious of the need to pay attention to what those links are pointing to. And if we don't know, to be cautious and careful about what we're clicking, and to look for some of the signs. So those are great approaches from a policy standpoint.